Funny wars. Yep. In an unbelievable coincidence, the day a jet liner slammed into the Twin Towers, the Pentagon and the U.S. intelligence agency was planning to run just such a drill. Aw. Aw. Came out a year later, people. What the government describes as a bizarre coincidence. One U.S. intelligence agency was planning an exercise that last September 11th, which a crazy aircraft would be crashed into a building. Wow. None of this stuff happens by chance, people. I mean, how much is it? Look, here you got 10 Twin Towers. And here's probably a Photoshop plane or something coming in again. Here's the aftermath. There's people fleeing. More people fleeing here. Welcome to Manhattan. Yeah, people lined up getting gas. But, here you go. What was the real reason for all this? It was the oil and gas riches of the Caspian region was a major goal on a war on terrorism. I want you to look at here. This is October 7th, 2001. Okay? Now they already had plans on how to divide it up. 5 states bordering the Caspian failed to agree yesterday on dividing the oil and gas riches believed to be the world's 3rd largest. That's the kind of people you got. So, they scare everybody. What do? They start passing all these terrorist bills. I mean, all kind of stuff. All kind of fear. Here's parents are upset by the teacher's assignment. This is 1999. A high school teacher was reprimanded for an assignment. If you had to assassinate one famous person who is alive right now, who would it be and how would you do it? Can profiling prevent school violence? 1999, people. They've been getting you ready. Oh, militias are probably a threat. FBI analyzes threat of year-end violence. Oh yeah. Then you come along. Oh, here's the Libertarians. House member target for property forfeiture laws. Yes, they want more control. Wake up and smell the roses. Here you got the UN. They were told to take the lead to fight against terrorism. Vladimir Putin, who also takes the role of coordinating and organizing this work but the United Nations. Put it at the core effort to fight terrorism. The UN promotes communism. Just listen to the Russian and the Chinese leaders as they hide behind their subtle language in their programs to deceive this world. Nope. People when you stop and look at things. If you look back at the Oklahoma City bombing, it wasn't no truck bomb that cleared that place out. There was no FBI people in there, no federal people. They were gone. They had prior knowledge. So they found bombs inside there. Oh, they tried to hush that up, but twice I heard them say they found a bomb. They said, oh, we found another one besides that. You see what they're doing? You are being strung out, people. You are being played. You're the fool. Now, back when Bill Clinton was in office and he was having trouble, now this is from Horse Sense. Okay? I think it's Iron Horse. Biker's Magazine. Okay, and then they had Wag the Dog. Kosovo became a household name after Bill Clinton was declared as being in contempt of court by the judge presiding over the Apollo Jones civil suit. Does no one beside me find it interesting that Big Baba Bill should entangle us in a 600-year-old civil war in a country that has produced nothing meaningful since the $1,995 Yugo? It's from the very same guy who found Vietnam far beneath his dignity to fight for. He was a card-carrying member of the Jane Fonda fan club. Okay. So, then along, it says, American people will swallow hook, line, and sinker so long then, Kosovo is no threat to bikers directly. It does stand as a monument to what the American people will swallow, hook, line, and sinker. Then comes Colorado. What's the scenario? Two disgruntled loner kids who fancy themselves as some kind of revolutionary arm of a better example of teenage anger, walking into school with enough weapons and bombs to make the BATF Waco field office almost green with envy. If someone knows, please tell me, how did you get 30 or more pipe bombs and propane bombs, a Tech-9, shotguns, hunting rifles under 2 trench coats? Did no one hear the clanking? I smell a pie here. All this really pale when compared to the fixing and snake oil that politicians, special interests, and media talking heads began spouting even before the victims of this tragedy had been removed from the crime scene. The gun control people were the first to on an open microphone. Of course, guns kill people, not the jerk. Yeah. So we're in a phony war on drugs. You're in a phony war on terror. Now, after that building in New York was bombed, well, they wouldn't pass that doggone Patriot Act. Doggone them. So what did they do? The shadow government sent some anthrax to Congress. Scared the hell out of them. So they passed the Patriot Act. Just like Hitler. You don't remember Hitler's little scheme back then, huh? Oh, I got it somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Yeah, well. Yeah. The anthrax scare was used to prompt Congress into passing laws. Hitler burned down a building to get the same effect. There's your civil liberties, and they're under attack. Now the phony war on drugs, the phony drug war. What they passed that thing so that they could get more fear into the people. What did they did? They give themselves more power. They give themselves the no-knock warrants. Then they give them the forfeiture laws. Where did that come from? All because of the so-called phony war on drugs. Same as the phony war on terrorism. Well, I still got a few minutes here. Let's go over something. Here's a gun. This is, how much looky here. October 13th, 1999. Beacon Journal, Akron. Okay. Regarding the second, Connecticut gun seizure law has opponents left and right. Once again, legislators in this country forget our history and embrace old, failed philosophies we fought to destroy. Talking about Connecticut's new gun seizure laws that let police proactively go into a person's home and seize guns because they have been informed by others that someone may be a danger. Under current laws, when they're popular force, often speak of the issue of keeping guns out of the hands of criminals and mentally challenged. Connecticut appears ready to recreate the Gestapo. Hitler's police state encourages people to be proactive and denounce Hitler's enemies to the Gestapo, which then seized and tortured the opposition. You say that can't happen here? Let's stop these infringements on our freedoms before it's too late. Now here's something else. You know, they're talking down there in Parkland, Florida. This is in 2002. Salem News, Salem, Ohio. Pilot in a crash was prescribed drug linked to suicide. Tampa, Florida. A 15-year-old student pilot who killed himself by crashing an airplane into a skyscraper was prescribed an acne medication whose link to suicide and depression had been the subject of federal inquiries, law enforcement officials said Wednesday. The prescription for acetone, used to treat severe acne, was found in the home. We're aware he had a prescription, Tampa police said. We don't know how long he was taking it or if he was. The Food and Drug Administration said 147 people already taking acetone, which affects the body's nervous system, central nervous system, either committed suicide or they were hospitalized for suicide attempts from 1982 until May 2000. He was a freshman at East Lake High School, stood an airplane from the flight school at St. Petersburg Clearwater International Airport Saturday, crashed into the 28th floor of the Bank of America Plaza, downtown Tampa. A note expressing sympathy for Osama bin Laden in support of the 9/11 terrorist attack was found in his pocket. Okay? You want to run out of time. Over medication, not guns, are to blame for the carnage. What's the reason behind all these massacres? What does drugs and the antidepressants do? Involuntary movement, restless overactivity, mental and physical agitation that sparks self-destruction, violent behavior. Why does the government forget calling for more stringent gun control and censorship of movies? Guns in movies don't cause these acts of violence. This monstrous act, which are done by criminals but by ordinary citizens high on drugs prescribed by doctors and psychiatrists. Why is there a national debate on the overuse of Prozac drugs? Why are scientists who are sounding warning about them ignored? Just how close of alliance is the Food and Drug Administration with the multi-million-dollar drug companies? These drugs are used to correct symptoms of brain chemistry imbalance. Since the head is connected to the body, when we suspect the reason for brain chemistry to be unbalanced may be because the body chemistry is also unbalanced. In this case, shouldn't the healthcare be required to find the glitch? Now that was 1999, people. Thanks for watching. Like I said, it's a phony war on terror. It's a phony war on drugs. And they're using your money, taking your liberties and your freedom away from you so they could have more power and control.